And good afternoon. My name is Peter Lineweber of DeepDishFootball.com. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. My email is CoachBigPeteFP@gmail.com if you have any questions. Now, let's get started. Week 3, Deep Dish Football Game of the Week. Coach Big Pete's pick, Lake Park versus Batavia. And that's it. Pretty much, we're done, right? Because everyone's saying Batavia's going to win that game. I mean, I don't need to do anything else. No. Again, like I said, high school football is a parody of itself. Anything can happen. I think it's going to be a good game. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think it's going to be a great game. I really do like Lake Park. I like Batavia. I think Batavia is a state challenger, and I think Lake Park can get to the playoffs this year. The main thing to me is that Batavia offensive line. Oh, that's a massive. That's not a little kitty offensive line. That's a grown man offensive line basically, and they'll put you on your ass. Simple as that. And it's always with Batavia football. Like I said, community strong. That coaching staff is unbelievable. That coaching staff is unbelievable. They had a hiccup in the first week against East St. Louis. But I guarantee you, if they were to see East St. Louis in week 9, week 10, the score might have been a lot different. That's just my personal feeling. Now, getting to Lake Park, I love Lake Park's offense. I like their secondary as well. Um, Merchant at quarterback for Lake Park, he's very interesting as well. Uh, Pretty good offensive line, Anthony Owen on the tackle spot. I'm sorry, guard spot. Hopefully, I'll get back to that part. Sorry about that. But Lake Park, big win last week against Metavelli. They lost their first week to the Kelb, and the Kelb's a pretty good team, by the way. What's interesting this week that I see right now with Lake Park versus Batavia, again, Batavia's running attack and Lake Park's basically run defense. That's going to be huge part for the Friday night. But also, I really like that Batavia secondary too. Very underrated secondary. Lake Park 2 passing attack, very underrated as well. To me, I'm very interested also. Another little key point too is Lake Park's passing attack against Batavia's secondary. I think that's going to be huge. That's going to be really huge. And again, especially with Lake Park, Batavia's passing attack, they had a little trouble in the first week. Second week they got things right, but again, the first week was East St. Louis. That's a tough. That's a tough. That's a tough offense to defend against. But I think again, really important is that Lake Park passing attack against that Batavia secondary. For Lake Park, Coach Chris Roll took over a couple of years back. He's doing a wonderful job with that team, that coaching staff. Another great coaching staff. Much admiration to those guys. And it's just two great programs going against each other. I'm excited because this is my first time in Lake Park for a game. Been waiting for 3 years to finally get to Lake Park, and this is the time I finally get to go to Lake Park. That's why it's a Coach Big Pete's choice. Keep it here. I already published 2 magic numbers. Do a few more interviews. Tomorrow will be scheduled so far. I'm sorry, season so far, and then go over the rosters of both teams as well. Remember, Deep Dish Football Live is Wednesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm going to talk about the game as well. And then Breakfast with Coach Big Pete at 9 a.m. on Facebook Live. Also, I got 2 interviews published. I'm probably going to do the third interview published from Batavia tomorrow, most likely. And it's just going to, I'm excited about the game. I think everyone's saying, yeah, Batavia's going to win this game. But don't count out Lake Park. Do not count them out. I'll go through everything else tomorrow. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.